Our purpose is to build a sustainable Botswana for future generations. And how do we do that? The first thing is that, we have a corporate vision, right, of being a globally competitive mining and minerals investment company that would, contribute to the financial security of this country. Our mission is very clear, as a company, right? We only invest in financial attractive, ventures. Anything that is not commercially attractive, we don't invest in. We've got, say, 2 projects that are similar. We then prioritize one that will actually contribute to the socio-economic development, of the country. Our ambition is to become a $1 billion organization, in terms of assets under management by 2030. Our view is that by 2030, right, we must have a diversified portfolio. At this point in time, our portfolio is mainly diamonds and, coal. And diamonds is a significant, component of that, which is 70%. But we want to make sure that, by 2030, the portfolio is actually, diversified. We've got critical minerals, we've got soda ash and others, so that we actually reduce our exposure to coal. But, and I want to make, a but. Right? We are globally focused, but we act on the realities of the developing world. We'll continue to develop, coal, get maximum value extraction from our coal resources while we navigate, the net zero, transition. But our view is that, for coal, we should not just be throwing coal away, right? We must actually maybe use more abatement technologies to reduce the impact, of coal. And what we wanted to focus on was based on market attractiveness, right? You look at metals and minerals that are attractive. Attractive meaning that, there will be a growth, and that growth will actually be satisfied by demand, right, going to the future. But most importantly, those that actually fit our, our portfolio of investments. So we zoned on 10, that included, coal. I know it's not a critical mineral, but there was coal, soda ash, and iron ore, right? Now, the other 7 is manganese, lithium, copper, nickel, cobalt, rare earths, etc. And then platinum group metals, right? But for the rare earth and platinum group metals, we're saying, look, we'll focus on them as byproducts, but the critical ones are manganese, lithium, copper, nickel, I think, and cobalt. So that's what we're looking at. When I talk about diversifying our portfolio by 2030, these are the minerals and metals that we actually, focusing on. We've got a potential, manganese prospect, where we would, want to invest. It's already at an advanced stage. And then the other one that we are focusing on, it's a copper, a prospect, in northern Botswana. We're still having, discussions. Obviously, there's also now more focus on, potash, specifically in terms of product, diversification. Because at this point in time, we are just producing salt and soda ash, but we've got other products, that we can actually, produce. So really, near term, those are the ones that we are looking at. But we must actually create the track record, right, locally, and then go regionally and international. Yes, there are discussions that we are having with others, right, outside, Botswana. But at this point in time, I'm not at liberty, to share, but there's something that we are looking at. If you look at the world, right, and you look at countries that are ahead in terms of mining, like Canada, Australia, what they actually do is that they invest heavily in exploration. We are actually forming an exploration company, that will actually assist us to make sure that we create that pipeline of projects, over the long haul. We are here to build, as I said, right, a sustainable Botswana for future generations, What it means that, as a company, we will need to make sure that there's sufficient capitalization of the company to be able to push these projects, forward. That is very critical. But most importantly, that, we are here, we are MDCB, we need partnerships, we have, an administration, that is very supportive of, us pushing forward and doing the strategic, mineral investment that are required to basically, benefit, this economy. And that Botswana is really the place, to invest, like the Honorable Minister said at the mine in Indaba.